Hello everybody. So we just came back from a 1,600-mile road trip to Washington, D.C. And look at that. Every time I try to film, this happens. We're nowhere near an airport, but yet here we are. All right, anyway. We got this 2024 Subaru Ascent that's just been through its first major road trip. And that road trip was from Illinois, where we live, in the northern part of it, to Washington, D.C. Myself, a wife, and 2 kids, plus another adult family member decided to join us. And we just came back last night. And I wanted to do this video to do like a cleaning update. Once again, not the most exciting stuff here, but I wanted... See the mosquitoes already starting to come out. You see that? And I wanted to do a cleaning video. Now, the outside of it is actually pretty clean. We still did it early enough where there's not a lot of bugs. I mean, we got some splatter here and there, but not a lot. Plus, we drove through pretty big rainstorm last night. Actually, pretty much throughout the day. So with the exception of a few bugs here and there that didn't get washed off with the rain, and also, like, you can even see, like, on the windshield, it's actually pretty clean. There's a few little things, but once again, with another rainstorm coming, like, I don't want to take it through the car wash. I mean, you can kind of see it already rained, actually. You can kind of see the wet pavement. So I have a feeling that the remaining bugs will come off. But it's the inside. And you know what they say, oh my God, this thing looks like somebody's living in it. Well, we lived in it for the last week, actually. So this was a week-long road trip. And as you can see, I got my cleaning supplies here. And obviously the dirtiest component of this whole experiment will be back here. Ooh, this is juicy right here. Look at that. This is week long of snacks. Just general dirt from the winter. You can kind of see some of the entertainment pieces for the kids. Obviously this is the little one. This is the older one. The adult family member. She sat in the back. Yeah, you can kind of see this is just a week long of stuff. Now, some of this stuff was here from the winter time. Well, it doesn't look like anybody utilized these. And I want to clean it. I want to vacuum it. Dog man. I want to vacuum it. I want to clean it. I want to wipe it. I want to do something with these rubberized floor mats because, I mean, they obviously did their job in protecting the carpet and everything, but man, they took a beating. Oh, you can kind of see, look at all this stuff. And I want to kind of show you how I keep this car clean. Oh, look at all the fingers and stuff, especially here. Here's where the little one is. Now, I already showed you this, so this did not happen during the road trip. Somebody suggested a steam cleaner, but again, I don't want to invest in a steam cleaner. Oh, what is this? I think that's plastic cheese. Yeah, well, it's definitely not real cheese because otherwise it would have left a nasty thing here. There's something in there. Look at that. Is that a goldfish? Well, it's a remnants of a goldfish. Yeah. So I don't want to invest in a steam cleaner, or I know you could rent one probably, and I know that there's whole channels devoted to do like a deep cleaning. Up to and including like, removing the carpets and all that stuff. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be doing this. My biggest concern is with these. I mean, yeah, this is still as useless as the day that I installed it because it doesn't cover the entire area. Yeah, my biggest concern is these rubberized floor mats because the problem is I don't have access to a water, like to a garden hose or something. Now, we do have a connection right there. You see that spigot right there? But I just tried it. There's no water in it. So I think they must be turning it off during the winter time. And I know where it's not winter yet, but I think they did turn it off. So maybe people don't steal water, or I don't know. That's like the biggest problem. So I think I'm going to do some general purpose cleaner and a brush. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll bring some water from home, or maybe if it rains, I'll just leave them out. I'm not sure yet. But that's kind of what it looks like when you have a family of 5, take a road trip. Now, obviously, we didn't sleep in here. We slept in a hotel, in multiple hotels like everybody else. And some of the sand is actually from last year. Yeah, right here. Stroller. I should probably get rid of the stroller for now, at least. Yeah, so you can kind of see it's clean. So we did take this car to the beach. Oh, another thing I wanted to show you is this. So I bought this from Walmart, but you can buy these, you know, I bought it online from Walmart. You can buy them on Amazon, you can buy them on Temu or whatever, is this thing. So I thought it would be worth it, and now luckily I didn't need it. Here, let me take this thing out. But I thought it would be helpful since traveling with a family. This is one of these things there. It's an air compressor, so you can kind of see here. Got all these attachments. So it's an air compressor, and it is a battery jump starter. So you can kind of see you can connect this here to this port, and then this turns it into a tire, you know, an air compressor. You can kind of see it right here. So right there. It's also like an emergency light, but I can imagine how come it doesn't want to turn on. Or maybe I gotta hold it. No? Does it work? Holding it? Oh, there you go. Okay, you gotta hold it longer. There you go. An emergency. Oh, it's got multiple modes. You see, I didn't play around with this long enough. There you go. It's also a power bank, but once again, a power bank is probably the least of my worries. You can kind of see the humidity. It's pretty humid, so you can already see the humidity starting to settle. Yeah, so you can charge it via this. You can have out. See, USB out and USB-C in right here. But the most important thing that I wanted to get this thing for is this. It's a battery jump starter, so it's kind of hard to do one-handed, but I'll try. There you go. So this, you plug in this contraption in there. All right, I have to pause. All right, there it is. So you plug this thing in there, and you can kind of see it's kind of cycling, which means it's working. And you put these to the battery, and you jump start it. Now, luckily, I did not need to use this on our trip. And I guess you can turn it on. You can kind of see the battery level there. I wish it had a percentage, some sort of a percentage level, because, you know, okay, so it's got 4 bars. Doesn't really tell me much. I think I put it the wrong way. Damn it. There you go. But I did buy one of these things for work, and man, they jumpstart a car really quickly. Now, if it's completely drained, you need to leave it on there for a little bit. But in general, it jumps it really quick, and it's got a bunch of attachments for the pump, and it's got the manual in there. So once again, I have not used this particular one. I did use the compressor portion of it for some of the inflatable toys. And no, they're not my inflatable toys, in case you're wondering. But I got experience using this thing as a jump starter at work for some of our work vans, and yeah, they work real well. So obviously it's some sort of a generic Chinese brand. I'm sure they go by many different names, but supposedly it's, you know, it's good. And once again, I have experience on both ends. So right here I do like some of this extra storage here, so I'm just gonna stick it in here. Hopefully we won't need the de-icer and some of the snow brushes, but in general. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start by vacuuming this thing. And oh, you know what? I probably want to do this as well. And then we're gonna take it to some of the interior, some of the windows. I got like, you know, all sorts of nastiness on the glass, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so let's take a look at the results. This is the least nastiest one because there's just some sand, some travel, you know, debris, and there's still some sand in it, but I guess it'll just be part of this car's identity at this point. And obviously, if I was doing this for somebody else, or if I was doing this on a used car, or just doing it professionally, I would not use a household vacuum cleaner. But because, you know, this car was bought new, and this thing vacuums up our crap at home, there's no reason why this thing can't vacuum our crap in here, since most of it is, let's face it, just kids stuff and some debris that just gets accumulated naturally from the road. Some of the stuff did become a little nasty, like a squished grape somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So I'm wearing some gloves. Here it is. So this car did come with normal cloth, you know, type, really light duty carpeted floor mats. So those, you know, for better or worse, did do their job. Here you go. We typically ride with the back seats down, but once again, we have a family member that came with us. So once I'm done, I'm going to fold this half of it back, and this will open up the trunk for the stroller, obviously, and some other stuff. You know, I know I already recommended this vehicle when I did my 6-month update. Yeah, I mean, this vehicle is really good when it comes to the road presence, how it drives, how it handled in Pennsylvania in the mountains and all that. Yeah, I mean, it's all just fine. There's a few times where the wind gusts did kind of throw it around a little bit, but trust me, semi trucks were kind of flailing out there in the mountains when a wind gust hit. So unless you were driving like a tractor or something, that's probably any vehicle would be tossed around. Obviously, if you need more space, you need a minivan. This is not a minivan competitor. As you can see, the trunk is kind of limited. On a minivan, you would have a dip, but that's where the extra spare tire lives. Yep, it's still there. I know they have a tendency of getting stolen every once in a while when they're hanging underneath. So far, we're good here. Yeah, so if you need more space, you need a minivan. But as far as having, you know, 5 people and having this side as a trunk was no problem. And trust me, we had it loaded up to the gills. I'll try and post a picture I think I took in the beginning for that, so you can kind of see how we packed it. Now, in retrospect, we should have used this top at least to tie some of the bags, especially when it wasn't raining, which was 90% of our trip to here. I'm gonna research some straps or whatever we need to use this space, because like we had it on the Forester, we never really used it. We have it here, we never really use it. Let's see. Now here we don't have a sunroof, so this will make things easier. And I know you can get like these cross beams, these crossbars here. Oh look, they didn't paint the antenna for some reason. That's odd. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna try and utilize these rails more. I know you can get like these not covers, but like these storage things on top. I don't know if we're gonna go that far, but definitely need to research that. Yeah, I'm gonna show you these in just a second, but also there's a few interesting things that I found underneath these seats, and this is just how complicated these things are these days. Look at this. So here's a front seat. Now in this case it's manual because it's a pretty base model. It's like a one step above the base. Look at all this crap that's underneath the seat. Look at this. Now, I know some of it is probably for the airbag. Other thing is probably a weight sensor that tells where the when you're sitting there not buckled in. So it starts beeping, and it actually goes for all 3 rows. Look, these things, these plastic looking things, are probably for the air vents going back, I'm guessing. Yep, they're open holes there. So that's for your feet. You can get some Subaru numbers, part numbers on there. But man, that's a lot of stuff. So once again, airbags, seat things that when you buckled in. I don't know what other kind of sensors there are. So yeah, all this stuff, and that seat has pretty much the same idea. Yeah, so right here, once again, I'm probably gonna do one more sweep with a vacuum because I see a little bit of crap here. But in general, I mean, it's, you know, oh, I gotta hit this. Yeah, I gotta do a few touch-up things. I can also tell you this. So this car was advertised with 19 cup holders. Yeah, I mean, they do come in handy, not gonna lie. We had some crap stored in just about every single one of them, probably except for that middle one, because nobody seems to remember that it's there. The rear climate control definitely helped. I don't think we used the chargers. I think next time we have to bring some extra chargers, because we brought just the one with the plug. Now this one does not have a regular household plug. That's reserved for more premium or luxury models, and then this one doesn't have the heated seats, but it does have the rear vents that come out of there and there, so those definitely came in handy. Also, this handle was interesting. I've never seen this type of handle anywhere else, but I guess it helps. Well, this seat's got to move to get more room. But yeah, I mean, climbing back there, I fit back there. So it's, again, maybe not the most comfy you know, sitting situation, but this one does move up, I think, one click. So there's that. All right, let me touch up a few extra things, and then we're gonna head back out to the carpeted, to the rubberized floor mats. That would be the most difficult part of this. All right, so here's how these non-Subaru Amazon, cheap version rubberized liners look right now. And then here's the one that I just did with some orange cleaner, a brush, and a microfiber cloth. So I think I did pretty good. So all I did was I just sprayed the orange cleaner, hit it with the brush, and then to get all the excess stuff off, I just did a microfiber cloth, just wiped it off. So, so it's not like slick or greasy or people can slip on it. So I think that's the way we're going to do this, because unfortunately I don't have access to water. I don't have a garage. It's again too lazy to go upstairs, bring some sort of a spray bottle with water, or do it in the shower. I don't know. This is my hillbilly way of treating this issue. Plus, it might rain. If it does rain, I might just put them on the roof so that they sit there and wash off. But I think that should be pretty good. And I know I already mentioned this before, but I can't help to think it's like, geez, this is the most, this is the largest, the most expensive Subaru that they sell right now. And it doesn't come standard with the rubber floor liners. And it comes with the world's cheapest floor mats. The ones that are just the normal floor mats. And that kind of sucks. Because ultimately, whoever invented these, yes, they say Ascent, and they're still pretty clean because of those rubber liners. But, really? They literally Velcro. See, Velcro to the car, to the carpet, and then on that one you have a couple hooks, but that's it. That's all you get. Now, this is not the most expensive version of this car, and they do come included, or I shouldn't say included, but they do come with a more premium trim levels. I think there's one above that. It's like the Onyx edition, which the idea is it's more like off-roady, but once again you get like different wheels, and you do get these rubber floor liners automatically. But once again, my Forester, my 2016 Forester, and my mom's 2021 Forester, they come with these things. And yes, this is a pretty miserable attempt at a floor mat, because ultimately this one in particular, I know I already mentioned this, so I'm sorry I'm repeating myself. First of all, it looks like a freaking transformer with a tongue. And then the second part of this is it doesn't really cover a whole lot. Oh, I need to walk around the other side and put the other seat back. I should say forward. What, am I putting it back or forward? I'm already confused. There you go. And actually, when you're doing the cleaning like this, it's actually much easier to have normal manual sliding seats. So actually the travel of these seats are actually pretty good. Plus this one does this. So yeah, so like the back, see, I already vacuumed it. So this one is actually not even Velcroed. This one just lays here. I think there's a little Velcro here in the front to prevent it from sliding. You know what? I start seeing things, and I have to do it. There you go. A little bit. All right. Let's see if we can get these things back in there. But obviously, when you go aftermarket, you don't expect the same fit and finish, but I expected this to be better. Look at this. Now it has like the cutout and everything. You can kind of see they've made an attempt to make a cutout for that foot of a thing, but man, did they screw this up as far as the dimensions go. Look at this. Now these weren't obviously as expensive as the Subaru ones, but could they have just charged us, the consumer, a little more and made this piece just a little wider and made this piece a little wider so they actually cover up more of it? Or they just decided, it's fine. Now here also, they didn't even put any kind of Velcro or nothing, so these things just kind of flop around. But you know what? It's better than nothing, and it's about 3 times cheaper. That whole set was, I think it was like $140, where Subaru wants like some crazy amount, like think they wanted this much for just one set of these, like one half. But also these came with this tray was included, and then this back piece was included, and you can cut these out if you want to put a child seat in there. So I did cut these out for the straps. But because in this case we're just going to do it like this, and this is going to be our trunk, it doesn't really matter for us. But yeah, like when we slide things, for sure. There you go. So that's how we roll. And when the family member is not in town, oh, I guess the Velcro is supposed to sit here, but it's covered up by the mat. We lower the seat, and then there's no more seat and only trunk. All right. So there's that. So that's actually the first click. Whoa. And that's actually the second click. So we're gonna get the second portion. All right, so let me do the other 3 mats. We'll see how it comes out. All right, folks, here's what an hour and a half later accomplished. We got nice, clean rubber liners. I've hit up some of these side panels. This is cloth, so I try not to touch that because I'm sure it'll suck up all the moisture and stuff. So got these panels. I got all the door sills. Let me show you here in the middle. Unfortunately, the neighbor came home, so I can't open the doors as wide. You got this a la Lincoln Town Car L mat. That's much nicer now. I mean, you can kind of see some of the dirt spots, but once again, I mean, some of the stuff does require like a pressure washer or something like that, which I'm not going to do. This is not a professional job. This is just a, keep your family happy, keep your family clean type of deal. Yes, I can still see some of the little bit of stuff that I didn't pick up, but once again, nothing is perfect in this world. Oh, crap, I can't do this. Can I move this way? Oh, no, because it's got to fold. Okay, so I can't touch this seat. Let me go on the other side. Yeah, so I got all my wife's stuff back in there in the trunk. So you can kind of see some of the stuff that she usually carries with her that was actually being stored in my car while we were vacationing. Here you go. Some of the glittery things that you can kind of see sparkle every once in a while. This is all from like the New Year's and the Christmas stuff. Yeah, I know this stuff is just very difficult to get off of here, so I can't really do that. So again, not trying to be a professional detailer, but trying to just make sure that tomorrow when school starts, when it's not nasty and disgusting, and and it doesn't look like, quote unquote, somebody lived in here for a week. This is my goal. Still can't get this off. Yeah, I tried actually spraying it. It's a little moist from the cleaner, but yeah, this stuff, any type of kind of stomach acid thing is really doing a number. But it's a totally different thing when it's your family and when you kind of know what this is, because obviously if this wasn't, I was like, oh my god, did the kid like poop on this thing or what happened? But nope, just a little accident. I'm sure if you have kids you understand, and if not, hopefully you will someday. Yeah. Oh, that's the vacuum and all the dirty things that I picked up. Is that a mosquito that's on the ceiling? There you go. Yeah. So here we are. Just a little, not so deep cleaning. So I use invisible glass on the inside, so try to get rid of some of the fingerprints here. I mean, you probably couldn't see it before, but now you can see it. So again, some of the dirtiness in there. Like I see some of the cleaning videos, but man, they get like these little brushes and they get in there. Yeah, I'm not that crazy. I'm definitely okay with just a normal surface clean. But yeah, I think it came out okay. And considering it's just an hour and a half, and I didn't really want to go to like one of these shop vac places where you can get the car wash, because once again it kind of drizzled a little bit when I started, and I don't think it's gonna rain as much for me to get the floor mats. But at this point, I kind of used some of my supplies here. That kind of worked out. All right, got to go get some gas for this. Oh, gotta adjust. See, I'm wearing shorts because I'm not gonna go very far. But it's like 59 degrees, 60 degrees, something like that. So, and let's fire up. There you go. And yeah, that's how much we drove. 16,018 miles. Average was 25.1 miles per gallon on a 4-cylinder engine. Not very frugal, but at the same time, you know, it gave good power. Never was really struggling or anything. Some of them were like steep grade, maybe 10 degrees in the mountains, but nothing extreme here. Oh, now it's 57. There you go. So yeah, not a whole lot. Oh, the smart cruise control works awesome. The steering assist still sucks. I experimented with it for 5 seconds and then I turned it off. Yeah, didn't really need to. And yeah, gotta get half a tank of gas and we'll be rolling. See you around, everybody.